Question: are you an older worker looking for work but feeling a little doubtful, feeling a little bit of anxiety, feeling like I don't know where to start? This is a youth oriented society. I'm too old. Maybe nobody wants to hire me. I don't know what to do. Well, you've come to the right place because I have been a career counselor for over 25 years. And as you can see, I am a senior and I am still out there looking for part-time work. I'm receiving Social Security, I'm receiving retirement, but you know what? I love working. I don't want to work full-time. I'm part-time, and I love interfacing with people. And so I'm constantly on the lookout for employment opportunities and, you know, something new and exciting, so to speak. Get out of the house. I'm not just trying to sit up in the house. I have beautiful grandchildren, that I spend a lot of time with. My children are awesome as well. But you know what? I have my own life, and personally, I enjoy working part time. So I can give you some tips. I will give you some tips and strategies on looking for work being successful as an older worker. So I'm going to talk a little bit. So I have a lot of different topics that I'm going to be discussing on my various videos. And this one is on the site Fiverr, Fiverr, Fiverr.com. And the way they got that name, Fiverr, it actually is intended to be five, for the number five, because when it started 20 some years ago, now maybe longer, the individuals who sold their services sold them for $5. Now, fast forward to 2025, individuals can set their rates at whatever is competitive. Even I've seen some individuals selling their services for over $1,000. But you got to have a really outstanding or very, what's the word? You maybe need to be offering a service that is very difficult to find, or very just one of those kind of services like I'll pay whatever is necessary to get the right answer or to get the right service or whatever. So what I want to say is a service that's few and far between, or a service that is very on a whole nother level. Let's put it that way. You get it, huh? Without spending too much time on it. So you always want to be marketable. But let's talk a little bit about Fiverr.com. I don't want to get too far away, and then you're like, what is she talking about? On Fiverr.com, the platform is created for individuals to sell their services. So what does that mean? That means any skill, not just services, I back up. Services, skills, talents, whatever the market will bear and individuals will buy. So on Fiverr.com, one is a seller, and individuals go on there to buy the service from the seller. Okay, so what does that have to do with being an older worker? Because I want to talk about one particular area of work that may or may not be of interest to you. But on Fiverr, people are selling everything, and I am not exaggerating, everything from A to Z. A to Z, you heard me right. Everything from soup to nuts is being sold on Fiverr. And some people are making money, 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 money. I happen to be a voiceover artist among a number of others skills and talents that I've been blessed with. And I am on Fiverr. I have been on Fiverr for a number of years. Fiverr, let me get it straight, is not a get rich quick kind of, like you hear a lot of folks nowadays. I'm so sick of the commercials. I was trying to guarantee you that, you go to bed and you wake up in the morning and your bank account will be overflowing. I don't know where that is. Somebody please tell me. But, so Fiverr is not that kind of a site. Doesn't offer that. But Fiverr what it does offer is individuals who have skills or services or talents. It offers them a chance to promote it and to sell their services to individuals who would come to the site and want to buy that particular service. So what I want to talk about, though, as it relates to Fiverr and older workers is the area of being a consultant. So on Fiverr, there's a search bar, and individuals will go to that search bar who are looking for a particular service or skill or talent or whatever, and type in whatever they're looking for. So I just did a little bit of, just to kind of give you a little teaser as to what Fiverr is all about, is being a consultant. So let me just say this. I was thinking about doing an Airbnb at one point, and I'd never done it before, and I wanted to get some ins and outs and ins and all of that, and not just jump in, without really doing any kind of due diligence. So I just thought, I said, let me see if Fiverr has a consultant who can kind of give me some insight, pros and cons and, all of that, and some tips on how to be successful as a Airbnb owner, So I typed in consultant, vacation rental, boom, I think about 10 individuals popped up, and I actually selected a woman who actually, in her profile, she indicated she's owned various Airbnbs or vacation rentals, and she talked about her skill set and what she could offer as a consultant. So I paid the woman whatever it was, $50 for an hour, and I gave her, before we spoke, I told her what I was, thinking about doing, and and the area I was looking to have them, purchase the vacation rental. She gave me a lot of great tips. So she did a virtual, picture where she could talk to me. She did her homework based on the information I'd given her, based on the research. She did research on the area that I was looking to do a purchase of a vacation rental. It was so worthwhile. This woman is a consultant. So not only is she doing her business as a vacation rental, in terms of owning vacation rentals, but she's saying, hey, I can help you by providing you with insight and information and guidance based on my experience. And she's selling that service. That is a consultant. So I just wanted to give you that as, share that with you as an example. And I wanted to share some other examples as a consultant. So how does this tie in with being an older worker? Well, you don't have to be an older worker to have skills, but more than likely, if you have worked for a while, you have some very definitive skills that you could possibly sell as a consultant on Fiverr, possibly. Like I said again, Fiverr is not a get rich quick. You don't jump on there and, have a pot of gold waiting at the end of the rainbow. It doesn't work like that. There's tips and strategies that I actually have on my YouTube channel about how to get started on Fiverr and how to have the best chance of being successful on Fiverr. There's a blueprint, and that's what I offer, a blueprint. I'm not selling it. I'm just telling you that there is a blueprint for being successful on Fiverr. All right, so consulting services, digital marketing. Just because you're older, I've seen older people, and recently, where some of them know their stuff, where I see them at different businesses or whatever, where they're working as a digital person, IT. So it's not just young people, but I've seen some mature people actually handling their business as an IT worker. I don't mean just shopping online. I mean the behind the scenes, the coding and all of that. So it just depends. That's not for everybody, of course. Not for me. Marketing consultant. So if someone owned a business and they were trying to find ways to get their business to promote their business, then they would possibly hire someone as a marketing consultant, sales consultant. So marketing, getting your product out there. Sales is now getting the product sold. What is it that I need to do? Give me some advice. Give me some tips. Give me some guidance. HR, human resources. If you've worked in human resources or you currently work in human resources, know all the rules and regs for the state of California as an example, to keep people out of hot water and all that, all the rules around sexual harassment and labor laws. You could possibly become a consultant for a business, someone who really need to have all of that information if they're looking to hire employees. Paralegal. A paralegal is someone who assists in legal matters in terms of writing, helping. It's like an executive assistant, but they know legal jargon and all of that and help prepare briefs for court and all of that. So you could be a paralegal consultant. Air quality, if you've worked in HVAC, you might offer air quality consultation to individuals who come on Fiverr and need some advice. Tax consulting, interior design, if you just, if someone was looking to, they need some design ideas or concepts, they could possibly go on Fiverr and talk with someone who actually who has skills and experience in interior design to give them, they may want to say, here's a sketch and da 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 da, and give them a whole layout. I don't know, but interior consulting, project management. So this is consultations relative to managing various projects, and that's wide open in terms of what projects one might manage. But when individuals coming on there looking for consultations relative to project management. Let's see what else. Business consulting, just general business consulting, being a consultant, giving consultations for various businesses. Legal consulting. Now, legal, like right now, I have a situation, and I was talking to my oldest daughter about it, and it's a legal matter, and I'm probably going to consult with someone who knows their stuff relative to this legal matter. And this is all on Fiverr. Financial advisor. So if we know what a financial advisor is, so there's individuals who can, again, consult with you relative to your finances. So there's so many, like I said, there's so many other consulting services that are being offered on Fiverr. This was just, to kind of give you a feel for what is being offered on Fiverr. Everything from soup to nuts, and it's not just about consulting. People even sell silly services. Like there's an individual on there who says, I will put a banana up to my ear and sing happy birthday, a personalized happy birthday to a friend or a loved one. And I'll personalize it. So happy birthday, dear Mary, whatever. And people get a big kick out of it. And people buy those services. Also, people buy services for doing testimonials for their particular business or company or product. And there's individuals that will do testimonials for you. I mean, it's just, the list goes on and on. I shouldn't say if you get a chance, do yourself a favor and go to Fiverr.com, go to research, go to search, the search bar, and type in whatever, and you'll see what comes up. People write poems or wedding vows, and oh my goodness, it just the list goes on. It's quite fascinating. The platform started off small, but in 2025, it's off the map now. Everybody, lots of people are getting on there, and unfortunately, some people are not being very successful. But there's a strategy, there's a blueprint for being successful on Fiverr. Like I said, it's not a get rich quick, but it might be something you want to look into. You have years of experience, and you may want to think about, how can I sell my services? Alrighty, so that's pretty much it. I hope that this is kind of piqued your interest. Fiverr.com, And it's not just consulting that people sell. There's lots of things. You need to go and check it out if you haven't checked it out. My name is Maria, and please like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and if there's anything I can help you with, I'd be happy to help you because I love helping others. Like I said, I've been a career counselor for over 25 and years and growing. But I love it. I love helping others. So let me stop right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm going to sign off for now. And I hope to see you at the top because that's where I hang out. All right. Bye-bye for now.